because my head's clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Hold on. What did Diane call the podcast?
Wait, what?
Hold on.
What is she? What? What are you talking about?
Talks amongst yourselves.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is Betamax. My name's Fidel. Joining me on this episode is Eddie and Jose.
Is Metabez
I don't get it.
presenting? That's what Diane said in the text message.
And what text message?
The flyer for Sydney's Halloween pumpkin carving thing.
What are you talking about?
I forgot you don't read homie's text messages.
I only read the important ones.
Boring.
Metabez? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think she meant to put Betamax.
Is Metabez really presenting it? What? What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm glad it's Friday.
I don't know where it's at. I don't even have the volume up for it anyway. Whatever, dude.
Hell yeah.
I tried to stop it and I made it play again. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
Turn my headphones up.
Put some treble in it. Remember that?
Did you guys record yesterday?
No.
No?
No. Because we ended up having like a conversation and like it just got to a point where I was like, I don't feel like recording anymore.
That's what's up.
And plus, I didn't want our first Halloween or like month episode to not be with you.
Yeah.
So it's your fault, homie.
Thanks, homie.
Damn, what's going on?
That's not one of my kids.
Ooh.
Damn, Jose, your kids are wild.
No. That's not one of mine.
So yeah, this episode's coming out the first official Halloween month. That's my dude. I did want to talk about the show that you played. So go ahead and recap that.
No, that was cool. At a church.
All right, moving on.
No, it was a cool spot. Like that,
Yeah.
like that NPR that they got, the multi-purpose room. It's a dope spot, man. Like wide open space. It's very DIY, but it was the Spin Kick magazine, which is a local, i.e., hardcore zine. Very good quality.
Yeah.
It's done by people who have like a lot of passion for it, and it was the release.
Issue 2.
Yeah, issue 2 release show.
Yeah.
And so it was cool, we're trying to take some time off to write some new stuff, but when they asked us to play, we just couldn't resist because that just seemed like a cool show to play,
Yeah.
And it was with 100 putazos, which was cool to play with them finally, and to see them. Man, they're a good band. And then was it Chiona from San Diego?
That band was sick, dude.
That band was dope, dude.
All the bands were sick.
Yeah, Built to Break. They did that
The No Warning
Warning cover.
Shout out to homie TJ.
Yeah, dude. And then what was it? Face Facts and Stealth X or whatever. Man, those guys are professionals. Like the way that they carry themselves.
Yeah.
It was a good show, good bands. The way it was set up. A lot of. It wasn't like a packed house, but definitely had some good energy in there. It was a successful show. They asked me to spin between bands, so I was fucking around with some mixes and stuff, which served for a good time.
Yeah.
So I scratched little records, mixed a little bit of songs. It was cool, man. It was an eventful evening.
What type of music were you playing?
It was mostly just it was a mix actually, because I played some rock music. I played Black Sabbath. I played Turnstile, and I played some Juvenile, 3 6 Mafia.
Back that ass up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Return of the Mac. Just kind of my go-tos. I do this one mix where I do Me, Myself, and I by De La Soul, and then I mix in Holiday in the Sun by Weezer. It's a cool mix because they're at similar BPMs, and like it comes out pretty cool. So like it was a lot of me messing around with stuff too, So it was fun.
I did. I saw the vocalist of Chiona ask you something.
Yeah, she wanted me to play a 3-6 Mafia song. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head right now. But yeah, she approached me and she said, like, oh, is it cool if we play like a certain song before our set? I said, yeah, just what song? She told me. So I queued it up. And I just told her, like, just give me like some sort of indication that you want me to play it. And yeah, it was like, kind of like how some bands have samples before they play.
It was that one, hit a motherfucker, hit a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because like the song played, that part played, and then they immediately went into their set. I was like, dude, that was tight.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
Yeah.
I would have personally played some Sexy Red or something,
Yeah,
Sunlight.
I was
Some light.
and then the guy after it was done, because like the dude who put it together, he's the bass player of Smoke 909, as well as David, the vocalist. He does like the booking. Rodrigo does the zine part of it, and they have an upcoming show of it's like a Halloween show, so they have like Auditory Anguish doing like a Deftones set. Smoke 909 is doing a Slipknot set. Darasum, Gabe's band, is doing a Hatebreed set. There's I think that band
So
9-2.
there's not a real theme, or there is?
No, it's just like, so it's like bands like doing like cover sets. So like 9-2 is doing Rage Against the Machine and
Early-
Yeah, but
old
there's
school.
like no theme,
What do you mean theme?
like of what type of bands they're covering.
No,
not necessarily.
No,
Yeah.
not
It's
necessarily.
just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had asked them like when we're like at the end of the night, I was like, "Yo, so like, are you guys gonna do the scratches for the Slipknot set? Like, oh yeah, we would want to. If the only person we know is like somebody's like relative, but it sounded like that person can, even though they can scratch records, it's not like Slipknot is not like a band or like a style of music that they would be familiar with. So it would take them like some time to like
Get familiar.
dial it in, So I told him, I was like, man, like I love Slipknot, it's like a huge influence on me. I know it very well.
And they're like, oh, if you know anybody, let me know.
So they're like, oh, dude, like that's damn, I didn't think about that. That's a really good idea. So they invited me to do it. So I already ordered my jumpsuit, so it already came in.
You tried it on already?
Yeah, I tried it on already. The first one I ordered an XL.
So they're dressing up. and
Yeah.
everything? Oh, that's cool.
masks and everything. So like I have like the headstock and I have the red jumpsuit because they're gonna do it as like from the first album. And so all I have to do is pick up like
So
this.
they're only doing songs from the first album.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Because
So
you're doing psychosocial.
it's
and like,
yeah, it's basically all songs from the first album except for Psychosocial and People Equal Shit. Yeah, so it'll be fun, man. So I just gotta pick up the gas mask and then I'm good. So
you should go, dude.
it's gonna be fun, dude.
When is it?
October 11th.
October 11th. No, 17th.
Is it 17th?
Yeah, the 11th is the
Tickets still available?
Riverside. The
Oh,
screen.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
What's up?
Tickets are still available.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so the place is at St. John's Episcopal in San Bernardino.
Oh, so it's the same church that you guys
Yeah,
are
the
playing?
same
Oh,
spot.
okay. Gotcha,
Same spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be Smoke 909 doing Slipknot, Auditory Anguish doing Deftones, Darasum doing Hatebreed, Ishiki, is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
Ishiki.
Ishiki is going to be doing Vane FM, Nine Deuce is going to be doing Rage Against the Machine and OG Turnstile, and Marked for Death is doing Crowbar. And it's $20 plus a canned food donation. Starts at 6:30, October 17th.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time, dude. So I'm excited to kind of put it together. It was cool. It was cool. They sent me the playlist that they had made for the set list. So I've been listening to it, but with the intention of trying to pay attention to like what's going on with the turntable, right? And that was cool because I got to hear songs that I love for the first time again in a way, because like I never really paid attention to it like with that intention. So now that I'm hearing it like that, just kind of trying to peer through straight to like what's happening from the turntables, like I'm hearing elements of the song that I didn't necessarily pay attention to before, and I'm noticing it, and I'm like, man, this really is fucking like a dope element for this band, and like There's song like say for instance Psychosocial, you wouldn't imagine that there's like any samples in there because you don't hear like any scratches or anything in there going on, but there is. Like one video that I had watched, there was like on their turntable they had one of the pads, they had assigned a sample for like a drum or percussion, so like it's like you know, every time they hit the pad, like, you know, it was like the adding that big percussive, you know, because they have like what 9 members that like just bang on trash cans and shit. And then there's like a build up part before like the main like hook and breakdown where it's just like noise. It's like hee, and then just all they do is it's like it just hits it's a dun 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 dun, you know, and I hadn't noticed it like that before, but like in watching the videos and like kind of hearing it back, I'm like, oh snap, like it hadn't crossed my mind prior, you know. So hearing Slipknot in those ways for the first time again is pretty cool, you know. So I'm just studying that stuff so I can gear up for that show. But you know,
Are you guys gonna like practice at all or like rehearse or anything like that?
They told me that like when they practice and where they practice. So I'd like to see if I can show up to one and just kind of put it together like in like as a group, to kind of fill it out. But I'm confident in like what I got to do, to where I can just practice it here by myself. And then if we don't get a chance to get together, it's gonna be a good one. I'm pretty confident in it. So, but it would be nice too, you know, to jam with those guys like that. You know, like I've never jammed like with my instrument being a turntable before, so that's gonna be really fucking cool.
Yeah,
you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, and judging by like how cool the show was like last weekend, to anticipate this show at that space with the same people involved, I can only imagine how much cooler it's gonna be.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, dude. It would be cool seeing like these bands adapt to try to play these songs, you know?
Yeah.
Like seeing like their interpretations of it.
Yeah, like
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like they're good musicians too, you know. So I mean, like, yeah, they, like their spin on it, like, it is gonna be cool to see.
Yeah.
That's what's up, homie. So you gonna go or what?
Nah.
Damn.
What do you think about the show from your perspective?
It was cool.
Yeah.
No, so I was like rushing to get over there because I was already anticipating like, oh, I'm gonna miss like you guys playing. I'm gonna miss Hit 'Em Where It Hurts just because of the time I got off of work.
Yeah, we played second. So
yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss them. But I was like rushing. I got there, and as I was walking up, Gabe and Cisco were walking out, and I was like, oh, like where's the entrance? Because from the street, you can't really tell where the entrance, or like where the show is happening. Cause like it's dark, like it looks just dark from the street, and like so I park in the parking lot because like there see a bunch of cars there, and I see like band stickers. So I'm like, okay, I'm in the right place. But I see them walking. I'm like, oh, like where's the entrance at? Like he's like, oh, right there at the front of the church. And I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
like where the entrance would be.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You see that big ass sign that says entrance right there. But yeah, like I pull up. And as I walk in, they're setting up. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'll be able to catch them. And, like, you guys, like, sounded awesome. And it was cool being there because, like, yeah, it wasn't, like, packed. But there was a good amount of people there.
Yeah, there was.
There was a good amount of people there. And then, like, they had, like a couple vendors, like the homie Thomas. He was, he was selling records because he has his own record, like, record store, Beauty Supply Records in San Bernardino. So him and his wife or his girlfriend, they were like selling records there, and then they had like a table, Spin Kick. They had a table with like their zines, and then there was like a table with like wrestling toys and a Nintendo 64 with Mario Kart. So there's like people playing Mario Kart, and then the homie Isaac, he was like telling me about how he had got his fucking teeth knocked out.
Yeah,
at Larry Fest.
Larry Fest, yeah.
Like the
autism like benefit show.
Yeah, what's the name of the place? Raincross district.
Oh yeah.
And so we're talking about that, and then he's like, "Hey, you want to get down on some Mario Kart?" And I was like, "Fuck it!" Like I haven't played it on the 64 in a while, and so it was me, him, and like these two other guys. Like I don't even know who these guys were, but dude, I fucking suck at that game. But yeah, like I saw Thomas like taking pictures of us and stuff, But like the bands were great. Like everybody sounded great. Like got to chat it up with my homie TJ, which I haven't seen in like a long time because he does vocals for Built to Break, and they're from Coachella Valley. Awesome band. Did an amazing No Warning cover.
I know,
dude. That shit was fucking tight.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself when I was trying.
What song was it?
Behind These Walls.
Behind These Walls. Then, yeah.
And then like at the breakdown, dude, like, I was like, burr, 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 and then they came in, and then I was scratching a little bit at the last breakdown, and the dude came up telling Fidel, and he's like, oh man, I don't know if I'm crazy, but like I could have sworn I heard like record scratches like during that song. I was like, oh yeah, it was my homie, you know. And I couldn't help myself, dude. It was a hype moment too. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good cover. That's a good band.
Yeah, they were really good. Every band was really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because I was not familiar with any of the bands, but I mean, besides Hit 'Em Where It Hurts and Built to Break, but Face Facts like blew me away, dude.
Yeah, they're really good.
They were really fucking good.
Especially like when their guitar player broke a string.
Dude.
And then just like the quickness with it, dude. And he had like the locks on his guitar had the tuning locks. So I was trying to help him, and like I couldn't get like the tuning pegs to release the string because they had the locks on them. So I was like, I'm just gonna let this fool fucking do it. So I just had him some pliers so he can clip the end of the string. But he did it really quick, you know. Mad respect, dude. Like those guys came in with professionals. They performed very well. Like put on a show. Like as if it was like a big packed house, like a big venue. Like they would do great in like Sound and Fury. I would.
Oh
imagine.
yeah, definitely.
Like, dude, I'm disappointed that you missed Hanu Putazos.
I know that was the band that I did
because I really think, dude,
I've seen them before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
oh,
I've seen them
dope,
before.
dope. Yeah, dude, they put on a good show, man.
Yeah,
They're good
they
performers,
do.
and like, dude, like their guitar player Trevor, dude, got mad wrist, bro.
Yeah.
Like that demo. Have you guys heard it?
No.
But dude, it sounds like you know, was it The Most by
Down to
Nothing? It kind of reminds me of that. Like there's like an era that they fit in. They talk about it in the Spin Kick Volume 2 zine. They kind of mention it.
Yeah.
But dude, that's a good show. They put on a good show. But it's funny, their bass player, he works at my kid's school.
Yeah.
And so I was telling the kids, like, oh, I'm going to play a show with like Mr. Ben's band, you know? Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You know, so you want to go? And they're like, nah. All right, cool. So,
that sounds whack.
like a couple of days later, like during the week, or earlier this week, I had to go pick them up early. And so I signed him out, whatever, I'm waiting. And that dude walked Joseph up. And he walked up and I saw that when they opened the door to the office and Joseph came in, he's wearing like the Showcase Theater shirt. And someone was like, oh, that's a nice shirt. I was like, hell yeah, that is a nice shirt, you know? And then so I said, what's up to him? And he was telling me about how as him and Joseph were walking up to the office, Joseph told him like, my dad played a show with your band. And he's like, I know, dude. Like, and they were talking about it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, dude. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, it's a good band, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good band. I followed like what Trevor and their drummer was doing for a while, before they had like the full band, and I always thought that they sounded good. I always thought there was good riffs in there, and it's really dope to see that band finally have a full setup and doing things. They have a demo and they're playing shows and they're good performers, and they do a good job, man. Like I foresee them doing like a lot of big like things, dude. You know, I'm looking forward to like when they write more songs and release something like super dope.
I like that name too. 100 Putazos.
I know. It is a dope fucking name, dude.
It's funny. No, yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun, and then like chilled in the parking lot, and then the very next day was like my first time by myself, like in charge at work. So that was kind of like whatever. But
not as fun as the show.
it was. I mean, I'm not really in charge. I'm just saying. I'm like
Holding it down.
holding it down, basically. Yeah, and then like I fucking clean.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to more shows like with those dudes putting the shows together.
Yeah.
At the spaces that they seem like they're very careful and meticulous about it. You know, they're very passionate about what they're doing. You know, like they have a love for what hardcore brings to their lives. You know, and they're not just taking from it. You know, they're contributing to it in a way. So like whatever those dudes do, and wherever it is that they do it, and I mean obviously it's gonna be in the IE.
Yeah.
I'm for it, dude. I'm for it. I really like what they're doing. It's very DIY, very very grounded. I like it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, excuse me.
So, quick question: is there gonna be Mario Kart in the next one?
I'm pretty sure, dude. In fact, if they do bring the N64, I'll bring No Mercy.
Dude.
I'll bring No Mercy, dude.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna own a Mario Kart, dude, for sure.
You gonna
Yeah.
steal it?
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
steal it.
All right. So, what the fuck? I had this pulled up.
Oh my god.
Come on, dude.
Oh my god. So this being the first episode of October. So stupid. My bad, I just came.
You're so ridiculous.
It's true.
I was finding it kind of hard to like come up with an idea of what we can talk about for like Halloween or like Halloween related, because I feel like we can't like.
Well,
a
200
lot-
episodes in, there's already so much that's been done.
Not only that, like it just feels like there's so many like podcasts and so many like discussion pieces on like whatever, you know. And so I just I wanted to utilize Letterbox. I'm trying to utilize Letterbox more.
Okay.
And so I just searched like slow burn underrated horror films. And then this list came up created by user Hungcat. Damn.
Whoa. My cat Bronson's letterbox, dude.
Damn,
Hell
for real.
yeah.
But the description is atmospheric, slow boiling terrors that chill, melt, and churn your stomach on gloomy nights. And at first glance, I was like, oh, okay, like a lot of these movies I've seen before. And then I realized, like, damn, there's like a lot of movies on this list.
Yeah.
Like a lot. So I
There's
was
at
like,
least like 10.
no, there's what the fuck. And so what I did is I scrolled all the way down and I worked my way up to see what I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And what I chose was Trapped to the Devil.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that at least 10 more times.
Damn. But before you guys say like what you chose, like I want to talk about this movie. So it was cool. What'd you choose? So this movie.
All right, wait, really quick.
Okay.
I remember when this movie came out. What year was it?
I Trapped the Devil.
Yeah.
I want to say 2019.
Yeah, I remember when it was announced, and like I just thought that name looked cool or sounded cool. And
I have never heard of this movie.
before this,
Yeah.
okay, so there's a Twilight Zone episode. Do you know about that?
No.
That I think it's based off of that. I don't know what the movie is for sure, but once you kind of get into it a little bit, I'll tell you, because there is a Twilight Zone episode that has to do with that. Trapping the devil.
Like they're tied together.
No. I think it was just like
The concept.
the concept, and they took it and made it into actual film, not a
okay.
short episode.
Oh, okay.
All right, continue.
Well, what kind of caught my attention about this movie was like I said, I've never heard of it. The poster. The poster for it.
Yeah, it's a cool poster, dude.
Yeah, like the poster looks fucking sick.
Oh yeah, it does.
And so I was like, all right. I read the description of it. A man descends into paranoia after trapping what he believes to be the devil in his basement. But things take a dark turn when his family unexpectedly arrive for Christmas.
Oh shit.
So I was like, oh shit, okay, I'm intrigued. And then I saw it streaming on Shudder and Tubi. And I was like, all right, I'm going to watch this shit. So my overall thought of the movie was, I thought it was okay.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the theme or the message or whatever, like whatever it's trying to convey is a lot stronger than the quality of the movie. If that makes any
I see.
sense.
Like the concept
The
could have been
concept.
executed a lot better.
Yeah. But it also feels like a difficult thing to try to execute. Because it does raise a lot of questions like, so from my opinion, this movie is about the power of paranoia and how it can distort your reality and make you do like crazy things.
Okay.
And so that's what I felt like the movie was about. And the main character, the guy who trapped the devil, he's great in this movie. It's the actors around him that are. It's only two other people. Two other people. There's only two other people like in the majority of the movie, and there's just moments that felt very rushed, like in their performance. Like you could tell that they didn't really have a lot of time. Like it was very obvious that they were being rushed. Like it almost felt like they did a take and they're like, we don't have time to do another one, or even maybe even the money.
It's good enough.
Yeah, it's like good enough. Yeah, exactly, perfect.
Yeah.
And it felt like that was a lot of this movie. Like, oh, that was good enough. It was good
That
enough.
sucks.
Yeah, but just the idea of it, it makes it a strong like story to tell, because it makes you question shit. It makes you be like holy shit, like what like for me it had me a question like, what have I done because I was afraid of something?
What do you mean?
Like what kind of things have I done in my life because I was afraid of either like an outcome, or I was afraid of just I don't know, just because of fear, basically. So the movie, it opens up with it like jumps right into it. The story like it immediately goes into it. You see these two, what you're assuming is a couple. They're outside of a house and it's like snowing, nighttime, Christmas time. They have Christmas lights up, and they're like talking, and the woman tells the male character like, oh, like, you know, is your brother, like just go talk to him. And he walks in, or he knocks on the door, and then like he like cracks the door open. And he's just like, what are you doing here? It's like, why are you here? And he's like, you know, it's the holidays, you know, I want to be with family. Like, he's like, oh, you guys can't stay here. Like, I'm sorry. And he just looks very like panicked, very like just worried about something. And you're just like, what the fuck's going on?
Who, the person who lives at the house?
The person who lives at the house. And you're just like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, you guys can't stay here. And like, he's very like fidgety and like constantly looking around, and just the house just looks old and it's very closed off. It looks like a very old house.
Okay.
And there's just a lot of old looking furniture, and like the Christmas tree and with the lights on. It just looks like a regular Christmas tree, but it makes everything look old. And he's as him and the two male characters are talking, the female character, which is revealed to be the wife of the guy that knocked on the door, she like goes upstairs and she's like looking through stuff, and she finds a gun, and like it has bullets next to it. And then the two guys, it turns out they're brothers. They're talking, and they're talking in the kitchen, and the one that lives there, he's like, oh, I have to show you something. He's like, do you trust me? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I need to show you something. And he takes him down to the basement, and you see like this wooden door with a giant wooden cross on it, and there's like a bunch of locks on it. And he's like telling them to be quiet, and like they're very quiet, and you hear very faintly, like, is somebody there? But it's like very faint, like almost muffled.
Okay.
And they're like, help me, please. Like, I just want to go home. I just want to see my family. And then they go back upstairs, and he's like, dude, are you fucking crazy? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, you think you have the devil? You think that's the devil? And so you start to think, like, is this guy just fucking crazy? Because then it's also revealed that his wife was killed, I believe. And so he's like telling him, like, why are you doing this? Like, why do you have this person down there? And then the wife finds out, so she like storms down there, and like is getting ready to like open the door, but like there's something in her that like makes her stop, and she's kind of reserved. And the guy, the voice again is like very faint, like, oh, I just want to go home. I just want to see my family. Like, don't you want to let me out, Karen? And then she's like, what the fuck? And then she just goes back upstairs. So that's what makes you think, like, wait. Because then, like, it chuckles also. The voice, like, chuckles. So there's a lot of that in the movie. But there's also a lot of, like, shit, like, unanswered questions, which I don't mind most of the time. But it's just certain things, like, that I feel should be answered. Like, because I think what they were trying to do with the movie, it was trying to make it ambiguous to where you want to be like, so was it the devil or wasn't it not? but it doesn't end up that way. Like, cause
Do you ever see the person?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, at the very end of the movie,
Okay.
and it does get pretty dark. It does like in a way gruesome, but the weakest part of the movie is the performances of like the actors. Because like I said, it felt very rushed. Like it felt like they were just doing their best, and like a lot of like what you said, like oh that was good enough.
Yeah.
But just that, for me, that theme of the movie of like paranoia, like just getting the better of you, is what made the movie like enjoyable for me.
So does it ever answer if it was the devil,
I don't
or
know.
it just leaves it up to you?
What do you think?
I think, yeah.
It was a devil.
Yeah, just because it kind of does a cliche thing of like showing the source of the voice come out, and it's very cliche in the fact that like it was not what you're expecting it to be or look like, but it's like a lot of horror movies do this type of shit. Do you guys care?
I don't give a shit.
I'm curious, dude. Just
It's a little girl walks out, and then she like everybody's dead, and she like starts skipping, and then walks out the front door skipping, and the movie ends.
Well, that would totally mean it's devil then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so it is kind of similar to that Twilight Zone episode.
yeah,
The Twilight Zone episode starts with this guy that's like lost in like this in the wilderness. He finds an old like castle that's like full of like monks or something. And he's like, hey, like I'm lost, I'm hungry, I'm cold. It's like a thunderstorm, and they're like, oh, you can't stay here. And he's like, I'm gonna die out here. And they're like, all right, just come in. And they have this guy trapped like it looks like an old prison, it has bars, but you can see the person. And he's telling them like, hey, like let me out. They kidnapped me. And they tell him like, don't listen to him. That's the devil. And they're like, he's gonna try to persuade you. Like, don't listen to him. And he keeps telling them like, dude, they're like this weird cult. They keep me here, and like, I'm innocent. They just kidnapped me, and they won't let me leave. And they're like, they're gonna do the same to you, blah blah blah. So he ends up freeing them eventually, and he ends up like morphing into like the devil, like horns and everything.
Yeah. So he was just being manipulative.
Yeah. So he escapes, and then towards the end of the episode, like it kind of flash forwards to the future of like him, like he spent years trying to capture him again because he feels guilty. Like, oh, I unleashed all this evil into the world again. So it fast forwards like years later, and he has the devil like trapped once again, like in a little like closet or something, and he's I think he's dating a girl. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the episode, but he like it ends with him like talking to this girl, like saying like, hey, whatever, like you're like house sitting, whatever you do, don't open that door, because the devil's in there, blah blah blah. And he's like, haven't you noticed that there's no more wars, there's like peace on earth now, and like all, like there's nothing terrible happening right now. And I think she ends up freeing him at the end, and that's where it ends. So it's kind of similar.
yeah,
But like I said, it just sounds like they got that concept from that episode.
yeah.
But
I do think it's worth a watch,
Yeah.
just to see like the ideas and like come to fruition, basically. But it's streaming on Shudder, so
Okay.
or Amazon, or you could or Tubi, so
Tubi.
Or not.
it wasn't scary. Like
No.
no,
Was the suspense there or not really?
only in the sense of like I want to see where this is going.
You're just curious to
Very,
find
just
out.
yeah, like I'm just very curious to find out, and like you do see the struggle in the main character. You do see like he does kind of start to question like, am I fucking crazy?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, no, like I cannot allow this to happen. Like I cannot allow this entity to be unleashed. So he's like, does anything for that not to happen.
Gotcha. Yeah. That sounds like, I feel like that's what the Twilight Zone episode like excelled in too.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you were wondering like, is it an innocent person or is it
Yeah.
the devil, you know? And I'm glad that, like, I like when movies don't always end on like something ambiguous, because like sometimes I feel like it's just like a cheap cop out.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, I couldn't figure out like a interesting way to end this,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna leave it up to you. Like it's like a fine line that you can walk. And it's like sometimes it works really well. Sometimes it just feels like lazy writing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I did feel like the whole reveal of it being like a little, because it had a grown man's voice, and throughout the movie, every time they go to talk to it, it kind of gets more and more distorted. And then like when finally happens, like the door opens very slowly, and then the next shot is just like from the bottom, and you just see feet come out, and it looks like little girls' shoes, and like she's wearing like it's just like a little schoolgirl uniform. She has like a side ponytail, a little blonde girl. And she just starts skipping through the house, and like you see everybody like fucking dead, and she skips out the front door, and I'm just like, to me, I just felt like oh, of course they're gonna show it as to be something as the most innocent thing they could
yeah,
show, but it's actually like one of the most evil things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it's worth a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I would suggest it for Christmas.
Hey, I mean, if it takes place in Christmas,
It takes place during Christmas.
I mean, it's kind of low key a Christmas movie, I suppose.
And like the one thing I do like about it also is one location,
Yeah.
and I love movies like that.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Like it all takes place in this house.
I like that too.
So
I feel like they have to pay more attention to the dialogue and the writing because of like the minimal.
yeah,
And the acting,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and that's what, like when you're saying like it was like the performances they kind of fell short. That sucks, because I mean, like, you could really have a great concept and a good movie, good writing, and then just have bad acting, and that could take people out of it.
yeah,
That's why I like that list, because that's one thing I did catch. I'm like, a lot of these are slow burns,
yeah,
and it's like a lot of them are good, because I think The Wailing was on there.
yeah. The way
Like, that
on there,
movie's
which is
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like The Invitation. I've seen that one before. It was on that list, and that one is like,
I don't think I've seen
yeah,
that one.
it's
Yeah, you have. We've talked about it before.
Yeah?
It's with the Tom Hardy ripoff guy, Logan Marshall Green from Upgrade, where he gets invited to like a house party, and then he feels like there's like sinister things happening, and they all like start dying one by one, type of shit.
I don't remember, dude.
It turns out to be like some sort of cult or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly.
yeah, like some MLM type.
I remember you saying you thought it was okay, like it was whatever. I liked it. I remember liking that.
Yeah, I
movie a
remember
lot.
liking it too. I don't recall much of it, but I remember liking it, and that was my original pick.
Yeah.
And then I told Alexis to look through the list, and then she picked a different one, but it was the one she picked was another one that had caught my attention.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah.
but before we move on, so in talking about like how the performances did feel rushed in this movie, so I looked it up. They shot this movie in 9 days.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Damn.
That makes a lot.
You know
of
what's
sense.
funny, dude? To piggyback off of that, did you hear Ice Cube's like remarks about that movie, that terrible movie?
World of Worlds.
Yeah,
I didn't see his remarks.
yeah, he was blaming it on like, oh, it was during the pandemic and we shot it in 15 days with no like, actors in the same room, blah blah blah. But it's funny that you say this movie was shot in 9 days.
And everybody's in the same room.
Way, way better than that one too.
Yeah.
All right, who
Are
wants
you
to go
sure?
next?
I don't care.
You can go.
All right. I watched Under the Skin. And what's the synopsis of that one? I should have looked. I should have had it queued up. It's starring Scarlett Johansson. I took some notes so I don't forget. But yeah, so 2014. It's an A24 film.
One of the first,
Really?
if not the first, right?
No, the first one is Spring Breakers.
You know, that makes a lot of sense, because one of the things that stood out to me right away was like the opening credits. It was so just generic and bland, and like kind of just like there's nothing special to it. Just like a black screen, and just like Times New Roman font, and just cycling through like people's names and their roles that they played. Like I was, there was something about that I thought was cool. So that kind of makes sense.
So it came out in 2013, directed by Jonathan Glazer. The synopsis says, a seductive stranger prowls the streets of Glasgow in search of prey, unsuspecting men who fall under her spell.
Yeah. So
It's an alien movie.
It's the same director as The Zone of Interest.
Mm-hmm.
So after seeing this, it made me want to watch that movie for sure. Dude, this movie was dope. Like my overall is just I loved this movie.
Dude, it's one of my favorite films of all time.
This is one of the best movies I've seen. I loved the music. The music, dude.
It's so creepy, dude.
Dude, it sounded like samples.
Yeah.
You know, and it was so like minimal and just just kind of ominous sounding. It was cool. It's hard to explain, you know what I mean? Like somebody would have to like hear it, watch the movie and hear it like the way that it's put into the film to really appreciate it. But yeah, it was funny. I got like 14 minutes in and I was like, damn, there's no fucking talking in this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Very minimal dialogue.
Yeah, dude. There's maybe a total of 10, 15 minutes tops in the 1 hour and 40 something minutes runtime where there's actual dialogue from Scarlett Johansson, you know? I mean, there's plenty of talking, but it's from other people. And I mean, and when you hear these people talk, like they got some like non-actors that are just straight up from Scotland speaking like a version of like Scottish English.
Another shrimp on the barbie.
That I could
Oh,
not. Wow. That's racist. No, dude, I like, were you like this dude was giving directions or whatever, and like I couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. He's like, make a left and
So did you research those scenes at all?
a little bit, and a lot of it was like guerrilla, like so like they said they had like a camera that they were just kind of strolling through the streets at some points, and they would just like have it like kind of posted off to the side of like mid torso or something,
Yeah.
just to capture like just random people walking by.
Well, a lot of the shots in the van, like I don't know if you like saw like the quality drop like a lot during some scenes in the van. Those are all like hidden camera. Like so, there's like
okay.
people like when they're banging on the van and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's just people being drunk and seeing a hot girl.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. No, dude, and I loved like it was funny. It was oddly relaxing because it's a lot of like ASMR. You know, what I liked about it is it was very like audiovisual. So like it had like a lot of those like shots of like natural beauty, like in because it takes place in
Australia.
Scotland. So like it shows
Glasgow,
so it shows
Glasgow, Australia.
yeah. So it shows like a lot of like that beautiful scenery. You know.
Yeah.
Which I like, you know. And so the whole time I had no idea what the fuck was going on, because I was like, what's up with this weird room, and like what's her like, what's she doing, like you know, the way it opens up with her like the one character, the girl Scarlett Johansson, and she's taking the clothes off of like what looks like a dead body, but looks like her, and then as she puts on the clothes or whatever, then she sees like it looks like a corpse, but there's like a single tear, and immediately to like an ant on her finger, and she's kind of like looking at it all trippy, and like so there's like a lot of shit in there like right away that I'm just like, what's going on with this? Like, what does this mean? Like, who is this person? Like, what is she doing? I remember at one point I was like, damn, she doesn't eat, she doesn't sleep. Like, how is she like maintaining like that figure that her because she has like a gorgeous figure, you know? Like, how is she, like, she just picks up these guys, takes them to this like black or white like room with like no walls or ceiling or anything, and then just goes right back out to doing it again, you know? And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's where I feel like that movie, was it Get Out, kind of like ripped this movie off a little bit. What is the, like when they go into that like black nothingness?
Yeah,
it kind of like that's all I kept thinking about when I was watching Get Out.
that's funny you say that, because when I tried to explain a little bit of it, like just real brief to Alexis, she thought I was talking about Get Out. That's
Yeah,
funny
like
you say
nothingness.
that. Yeah, so like that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was oddly relaxing, dude. You know, like for what it was.
Some of those scenes are kind of hard to watch, though, dude.
Dude, so
like the baby scene.
dude, that is that was so hard to watch.
Yeah.
So hard to watch. Like, so, I mean, like, so, like, she's approaching this guy in a wetsuit, and she's talking to him, and then she sees him react to like this family. The wife goes into the water, and it's tumultuous waves because there's like a storm coming in.
No, it's the dog.
Yeah, so
slips up
the dog gets pushed out into the ocean. So the wife goes into the water to get the dog, but she's now too far.
Yeah.
So the dad puts the 18-month-old baby down and goes in the water. And that guy's like, bro, people are gonna die right now.
Yeah.
So he goes and jumps in the water. And then the next thing you know, she walks over. She's watching the whole thing go down, and then walks over and walks up at the moment where the guy she's talking to in the wetsuit is pulling the dad back in, right? And then the dad immediately jumps right back into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And he himself, the guy in the wetsuit, is like exhausted, like done, like looks like he may have drowned, you know?
Yeah.
And then like she walks up and just casually just picks up a fucking rock and just the way she just bashes him over the head, and you see the whole thing, and you're like, oh my God, you
Yeah.
know? And then the baby's left there screaming, you
And
know?
You get that eerie shot of like this, like probably hours later, the baby's
Yeah.
just like
It's
looking
dark.
around. It's dark.
Closer to the water, just like still with that. Dude, I mean, we have kids. We
It's
know what those. We
terrifying,
know
dude.
what that crying sounded like. It was like like needed something, like alone, and then like that man showed up, and there was a brief moment where the baby stopped crying and was looking at the man, like as if it had the baby had a moment,
like, oh,
look,
he's
somebody's
gonna pick
here,
me
like
up.
pick me up or whatever. And the dude doesn't say a word, looks around, turns around and walks away.
Yeah.
And then you hear later on the radio from the van
Mm-hmm.
that like that whole family went missing,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, you know, because otherwise like it's not even that scary. I mean, and then the other scene, like towards the end, where Scarlett Johansson's character is gonna like she's about to get raped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, that was pretty fucking gnarly too, man.
It's crazy, dude, because like up until the very end, you see her character and the guy on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like the two aliens.
Yeah,
You see them as like the predators, and you see them as like they're untouchable. Like everyone else is just like, you know.
yeah. Well, I think she got too curious.
Oh, that's and then she felt something for
Yeah.
them, you know, like because during that scene where they're at the beach, where she's like watching these people just drown, she has like no expression, like she doesn't know what's going on, like she
Yeah,
doesn't
the
have
whole
that
movie she
emotion
does. Yeah, she shows no emotion.
until the end
But
because she
she's-
frees that guy. Remember?
Yeah, but she's watching like humans show like this compassion towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can see that she's observing these things, and like I guess, and then in retrospect, because at the end of the movie, you see her become so much more curious,
Yeah.
as if she's trying to assimilate. Because like you have that scene where she goes to a diner, and she orders a piece of cake, and she slices it, and it's weird, like the way that it builds up the suspense in that moment. It's like what's about to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And then she just takes like just takes a bite,
It's
and
spooky.
you know.
Yeah.
Because like she can't, like she's an alien, you
Yeah.
know.
I think it's like a cycle. I think the girl that you saw in the very very beginning with teardrop, same thing happened to her.
Same thing happened to her, huh?
Because that guy on the motorcycle, the alien, it keeps checking in on her just
Yeah,
to make
he's like
sure,
a supervisor or something.
yeah, like
right?
are you doing your job? Like, are you staying strong? Like, are you still, are you still able to handle this? Checks in and then takes off again.
Yeah.
And he does that so often at the very end when that trucker is like trying to rape her,
Mm-hmm.
and then he sets her like on fire, and like
Yeah.
her true form is revealed.
Oh, dude.
Like she's like this alien. you know?
Yeah.
Like she looks like an alien now. Like you get to see what she really looks like, and she gets set on fire and dies.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy, dude.
Dude, it's a wild movie.
I think the craziest shot, dude. The craziest shot is when one of the first dudes she picks up and he's just floating in the nothingness. There's two guys like in that black thing, dude. Oh,
And there's the one guy that has like the really messed up skin.
so the reason they keep him in this liquid is, what happens to your skin when it's in water for so long? It becomes like loose,
All
right?
pruny and shit.
Yeah, pruny. So this guy is like super wobbly. Like he just looks like his skin is just like super like all loose.
and
dude.
they're floating in like nothing.
Yeah, you can't talk.
There's no
you can't
ceiling.
hear,
There's no walls. There's no floor.
darkness.
It's just empty.
Yeah, and the two see each other, and they can't talk, but they're like, and he's looking at this guy, and he looks like he's like, "Fuck, like this is what's gonna happen to me."
Yeah, but he's like curious of like what the fuck's going on.
And they have like a moment where I think they're trying to touch each other, right?
Yeah.
Like he tries to touch your hand, and
And
all
then-
you hear, dude, there's no sound. you hear a snap, and in a split second,
Boom! Like it's the skin's just floating.
all the insides, the bones, the muscles, the blood, everything is just sucked out, dude. And it's the most terrifying thing, dude.
Dude.
Ah, that scene haunts me, dude.
Which is cool because what that tells me is like that's their alien technology. Because the house is a facade and it looks like an abandoned house. So like every time she lures somebody to the house, like bro, she's a baddie. So like they're following this girl who's like undressing herself as she's walking in the house. Of course they're gonna be like, fuck yeah, you know.
And she's able to walk on that thing.
Exactly.
And they're
And-
the ones that kind of sink.
Yeah,
down
they sink into it. So you see like this version of alien technology on film that like we've never seen before. It's not like like your typical cliched like alien technology. It's you can't even explain what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and from what I read, like this movie's based on a book.
Yeah.
And
There's a novel. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's called Under the Skin because their aliens are so resourceful. The only thing they don't need is the skin. They don't have any use for it. So that hence like under the skin, like that's what's needed. And then you get like this cool shot of like all like it looks like a bunch of like blood and like just random shit like going into like a furnace almost.
Yeah.
Like it's strange. Like you can't explain what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't explain you. All you can think about is like, okay, maybe that's like where all the guts and shit go, you know? Like
Yeah. Like as if it's like where their waste, you know.
yeah. And I heard the novel goes more into like how they use it and stuff like that, which
I imagine so.
yeah, but dude, this movie's little things about this movie are so terrifying, dude.
Yeah, dude, and like the way that it's so simple, like low budget, but like it's beautiful, and it like the way that it just the sound design on it is just man. Like I want to rewatch it, but I want to rewatch it like put some headphones on because I want to see like what like the range and the dynamics of it like could add to like the feeling of it overall. Because I just love the way that like the way the sound design, the score, and then the visuals just really tied that movie together, you know. And then dude, Scarlett Johansson like you know, you can be a good actor and then you can be like a bad actor, but like having a good someone who's a good actor that plays a role with very minimal talking and it's like a lot of non-verbal stuff, but to specifically play a character that shows no emotion but like is a hot girl, you know, like that. I don't know, she's a good actor, dude. Like she did a good job. And there was like nobody else who was like a main
I looked up the cast and I didn't recognize anyone.
Yeah, there's there's nobody that I'm familiar with, you know, because
she was definitely the biggest name on this.
For sure. A lot of naked bodies, a lot of Scarlett Johansson naked, like that's, you know, I was like, oh shit,
that's what's up.
Yeah, it was dope.
There's some dick in there too.
And then you have like that guy. Oh, and then you see like her that one moment where she's like feeling compassion for that one dude who has a deformed face.
Yeah, that's the one that she frees. That's the first glimpse of like
her humanity.
Yeah.
Like she's experiencing humanity, you know.
That guy really looks like that. That wasn't makeup. He's a pretty big actor too.
I had a feeling.
So I remember I looked it up. I'm like, this is like either really good prosthetics or this guy really looks like that. And yeah, I follow him on Instagram. I can't remember what his name is. But,
interesting.
Yeah, he's really like he has all these kind of deformities. But that moment when she brings him out of the like that nothingness, and I think she just lets him escape like naked. So he's like running through the field naked.
Yeah.
And then you think, oh, he made it, and then that motorcycle alien catches up to him and puts him in the trunk of a car.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude. One of the things that really stood out to me though, I thought was really cool, is like you can tell like in her dialogue when she's trying to like flirt or whatever with these guys. There's time like you can tell like she's learning from every experience. So like she recycles some of the dialogue that the previous dudes that she had picked up had said to her, and then she just kind of like reuses that in conversation when trying to flirt.
Yeah.
So like it's like she's learning and adapting, and I thought that was done really well, convincing. You know.
Yeah, I love the intro to this too because I feel like it was almost like a homage to like 2001 Space Odyssey because it has those fucking crazy visuals, dude.
Oh, with how it turns into an eyeball.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this is fucking dope. Like,
yeah, dude.
I rewatched it like maybe 2 years ago, but I remember that stood out to me, and I loved it. It was for sure like I don't know, the most interesting visual for me, even though there's like a million cool things in this movie.
Yeah.
But I just love when they play with like directors play with like lights and shit like that.
Yeah. And I definitely see why they would categorize this as like a horror film. Definitely a slow burn. Like, because originally, like I said, Alexis is the one who spotted it out from that list. And she wanted to watch it because the synopsis piqued her interest. But I know for a fact, dude, just because the nature of the film, she would have not made it through it.
No?
Yeah, no, dude, because I mean, like I said, it's oddly relaxing, in my opinion. Just because of like the audio visual aspect of it, you know? Like,
There's just a lot of quiet moments.
there's a lot of quiet moments, a lot of just like, you know, where they show the scene of the mountain with the lake, and you can see the distance in the like the way the wind is kicking up the mist from the water, making like a weird cyclone. Like, what a beautiful shot that is. Like, how the fuck do they must have been in the right place at the right time to capture that.
Yeah.
And then they use that for I don't know, that I just like it's cool. Like, you know, we have the Vizio TV, so like if you leave it on the home screen too long, it'll go to like a nature scene with some music and like ASMR stuff. It just seemed like that a lot of the time in this movie, you know? So like I said, oddly relaxing, but it had like moments that were really creepy, and then those moments that were hard to watch, which like I said, like how we said, like the baby scene on the beach, and then in the woods where she's alone with this random man who's creepy as fuck trying to rape her.
But even during all those terrifying scenes, there's no crazy music playing. It's just silent, dude.
Yeah, silent, or just like weird ominous tones.
Yeah, like
strings that are kind of like not kind to the ear, but like make sense in the scene.
Yeah, it's not like a score, but
yeah, it's like what is
they're
like
just adding like little
it
layers.
was like
to it.
like I don't know, it's just it was creepy and
It adds to the
pleasant.
uneasiness.
Yeah, it does add to uneasy is a good way to put it, for sure. I don't know, I loved it. It's definitely one that I would like to own, for sure.
I haven't seen it in a while. I own it as well. I have the steelbook, and like that artwork is so fucking beautiful.
That's dope.
It's just like the poster of the movie. Like it looks like a night sky full of stars.
Yeah.
And like her face like kind of superimposed in it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in a while. But the first time I watched it, I immediately fell in love with it as well, which is why I bought it. But hearing you guys talk, because I was like just into like you guys talking about it, like I want to rewatch it like right now.
All right, so time we got. No, dude, like, yeah, it's a dope movie. I'm glad that you sent that list, and I'm glad that it was the one that Alyssa's picked, and I'm very happy that I watched it, because it's not something that I maybe would have watched otherwise, and I'm glad that I did, dude. That was a good movie, and anybody who's hearing this, if they haven't seen it, go fucking do it. It's dope.
Yeah, I don't think it's available like streaming for free anywhere. Like, the only way to watch it is like either own it or rent it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
own it or rent it.
Yeah.
Own it. Buy that shit.
Buy that shit.
Buy that shit.
Buy that shit.
All right, Eddie, what did you watch?
I watched a 2001 movie called Session 9.
Ooh.
Isn't that like an animated movie?
No.
I'm just kidding.
You're thinking about that Tim Burton movie?
Yeah.
It's something 9?
Just 9. It's called 9.
Yeah. So I've owned this movie for a while, and I saw like the first 30 minutes or so, like a couple years back, and I liked what I saw so far, but it's such a slow burn that at the time, I don't remember what the fuck I was doing, but I was like, I know I'm not going to give this my full attention, so I'm not going to finish it. And Second Sight released it. I bought it, and it's just one of those movies. It's just been sitting on my shelves because I have so many. And when you sent that list and that was on it, I'm like, perfect. Like, now I have to watch it.
Yeah,
So,
that's dope.
And I was kind of like, I hope it's not bad, because then I'm like, I own a shit movie. But no,
Sorry,
dude.
I own the tunnel, homie. All right, but before you get into it, Session 9, 2001, like you said, directed by Brad Anderson, says tensions rise within an asbestos cleaning crew as they work in an abandoned mental hospital with a horrific past that seems to be coming back. Dude, that sounds badass.
Yeah, dude. So it's a remediation crew in a haunted asylum.
So, yeah, so it starts off with this crew being hired in this asylum that it's been abandoned. I think it was like abandoned for like 15 years or so. Giant. It's fucking massive. And they call it like the bat because it looks like, from top view, it looks like a bat. It has like the main building in the middle, and it has like a couple little buildings to the side, so it looks like a bat with its wings spread out. Like when I say massive, dude, like fucking huge.
Wow.
Because I even think they even make a comment during one of the characters says at one point it had 2,400 patients in it.
Holy fuck.
Oh, wow.
So just humongous. So that's what I think it was. So they hired this crew to come in to.
That's a big project.
It's a huge project. So that's the one thing I think is funny. I'm like, they get this crew of like 5 people
To do something like that?
So
yeah.
they hire them to. They hired a couple of crews, and it starts off with this one crew going in there, and the guy's giving like a tour of the whole place, and I don't. They had to have shot on location somewhere because I don't think these were sets because they look too good to be sets and too large to be sets, which added to like the creepiness of it all. But they're giving them a tour and they're letting them know like, these are like all the really bad areas you guys need to clean out. And this place has been like, people have broken in over the years, graffiti, just a mess,
Just straight up abandoned.
super, yeah, like fucking water damaged, shit everywhere, broken windows everywhere.
Plants overgrown, I imagine, in places.
Yeah, so they tell them, okay, like, how long do you guys think it'll take for to get this project done and over with? And they say 2 or 3 weeks, and they're like, okay. So we hired a couple crews, and so in the beginning, one of the guys, the guys doing the tour of the building, the guy is in charge of like of the hiring the crews to come clean it up, is talking to one of the crews, and the guy, the head honcho of one of the crews is like, hey, give me this project, just me and my crew, and we'll have it done in a week. And I was like, but just like pay me what you were gonna pay them, He's like, I really need this. He's obviously going through some shit. It's this older guy, and he's kind of hesitant, but he does it. He's like, all right. So he tells the crew, all right, like, we're gonna get like a $10,000 bonus, for this project, but the catch is we have to have it done in a week. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, that's a long ass time. I mean, that's a short ass time. It's a vehicle.
Yeah.
So
I heard it, the mic pick it up, and I was like, there's like a weird rumble in my headphones. Sorry.
no, you're good. So it starts counting down. It starts on Sunday, starts counting on the days.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just a crew of 5, and you kind of get a little bit of backstory for all of them, and you kind of get to know them and like their personalities. They have like the main guy, the old guy.
So they're developing each of these characters.
It's very much a character-driven movie. Like,
Okay.
A horror movie, yeah, it's a slow burn, but it's all dialogue based. Like, there's nothing. There's like no ghosts. Nothing pops out at you. Like, there's no jump scares. There's no
Scary visuals from like a creature.
Yeah, I mean, there's some creepy visuals, but it's not. Yeah, there's no like there's no cliches in this at all. There's
Yeah.
no like fucking ghosts like turning off the lights and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So things like that. But what makes this movie creepy, dude, is just like the location, and when I say there's nothing pops out at you, like, yeah, there's nothing that pops out at you, but there's sometimes where they're like in a dark lit room and they have like just their lanterns like plugged into like this generator outside.
You sounded super British. They just have the lanterns.
They're Latins.
It was Matt British in it.
It's Australian, dude. Come on. Dude.
I'm not gonna do it. You know what I was gonna do, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Dude, that's why I'm laughing.
No. Yeah. That.
No, you weren't.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Oh my god, dude.
Oi, bruv.
So
So they had their lanterns.
they have lanterns and dude, fucking Fidel, dude. Had a whole train of thought, and it just
My
went
bad,
away.
my bad, my bad.
So it's hard to talk about this movie. There's a big twist at the end,
Okay.
and so while all this is happening, you know, they're cleaning up, they're doing their thing. You know, you kind of get a backstory about all these characters. Like the main guy, like he's opening up to one of his close friends that's in the crew, and he's like, hey, like, you know, me and my wife, like, she ain't talking to me right now because I hit her. And he's like, you know, the baby was crying there, and there's a lot of shit going on, and she accidentally spilled like some boiling water on my my leg, and my first reaction was like, I hit her. Like he's like, I love her, but you know, it was an accident, but like, you know, like I still hit her, you know, like I feel like a piece of shit. And one of the guys, he's like trying to make it big. He's you know, he's having financial problems. So you kind of get a little backstory. One of the youngest kids there, like he's the nephew of the main guy in the crew, and he's like barely learning. He's kind of like a clumsy idiot a little bit. He has like a mullet, and he just doesn't know what he's doing, but he's like, he has good intentions. He's trying to help them out and stuff. And so you kind of get like a feel for all of them. So as the movie progresses, like one of the guys finds like a room at the very, you know, in one of like the bottom tunnels. Cause like this is like hospital is massive. There's like even a bomb shelter in the bottom.
Oh shit.
So, so there, I mean, there's like, all kinds of like tunnels to explore, all kinds of crazy. Everything
Did you
connects.
see where it takes place? Like,
Does
it mention
it
that? At
doesn't
all?
mention it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. But he ends up finding this room that says like staff only. He goes in there and he finds this box of like that says like evidence, and he finds a tape recorder with a bunch of tapes, and they're all labeled with sessions. So he starts with session 1, and it's about this girl named Mary who has like, I think she's like schizophrenic, and she had like this split personality where she had like 3 personalities. It was like Mary was her, and then she had like one called Billy and one called Simon. And
Are you just listening to the tapes, or
So you're listening.
or they're not like cutting to like?
there's no visuals to
Okay.
show you. So I think that makes it even creepy,
Yeah, that's-
because when
that-
the voices change, dude, you're like, oh fuck, this
Because
is
you're not seeing it.
it's unnerving. Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. So each session just gets progressively worse, and like you can start like it's just giving you more info. So
Is
the
it
whole
different people
time-
each session?
No, it's the same.
The same.
That girl
the same.
Mary.
Oh, okay.
But each you're kind of going through like the different personalities a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And some of the personalities know that the other ones exist, kind of like split a little bit, just not as many. There's
Yeah.
only 3. So this guy's like, he's getting super into it. So like any chance he gets, like, oh, I'm gonna go take a break, he just goes down there and starts like playing these tapes, and it eventually reveals something that's just like, oh man, it's horrifying. And I'm not gonna say what it is because I would want you guys to watch it. But the tension builds at the end because you're just not expecting like there's no ghost, there's nothing. Like you get one scene where a guy finds these coins from like the 1800s, and he kind of follows them to like this wall where there's like this brick. He pulls a brick out and there's like a ton of like coins. Like he hit the jackpot, you know?
Hell yeah.
And he's like, okay, like I don't want to share these with the other guys, so I'm gonna come back at night, grab them. Which, you know, who the fuck would have the balls to do that, like in an
Yeah.
asylum, you know? So he goes back in there, and then he starts hearing shit, and you see like little shadows here and there, but you don't know like what the fuck that is. And there's not a lot of gore in this movie, but the little bit there is pretty brutal, dude. And like I said, this movie, you don't really know what the fuck is gonna happen. Like it doesn't. There's no like
It's keeping you anticipating something.
but you don't even know what that something
Yeah.
is. Like you know something weird is happening, something's going on with these tapes.
Because
and
they
these-
haven't inferred that it's like ghosts or haunted in any way, possessed in any
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Like,
but it's
they're
so-
not inferring that at
Yeah,
all.
no, because it's so grounded. There's like none of that.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like, that's what I mean. It's like so when there's little creepy things when they hear noises and stuff, you're
the
like
fuck?
wondering like, okay, what the fuck was that? Because you know, like some of these guys are kind of sketchy, and you see that throughout the movie. Like, is it them? And there's a lot of stuff going on with these characters, and like some of them have secrets, and something's revealed at the end that I didn't expect. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And it just kind of blew my mind a little bit. And this movie has developed somewhat a cult following. Like over the years, it's gotten pretty popular, especially like for the storytelling, because it is really great storytelling. And it's like you're fleshing these characters out the whole time, and because it's not such a like a linear like movie where it's like, oh, there's haunted shit going on here, we're gonna investigate, or your typical
Yeah.
cliches. Like there's none of that here. It's a smart movie with characters that you really care about and you feel for, and even the ones that you don't really care about, like when something happens, like you're kind of like, oh fuck. Like,
Yeah.
especially because like I said, like there's not a lot of violence and gore in it, but when it happens, it hits you even harder because it's
'Cause
not a movie that
this has that prior to these.
yeah,
moments.
it doesn't glorify that. It's not that type of movie.
Yeah.
So when it feels real when it happens. So,
Mm.
dude, yeah, like it's just hard to talk about because you can't really talk about it without going into the ending. But dude, this movie has a like once again, it's kind of like Under the Skin, where it's not a real like soundtrack. It's just like ambient noises, things
Yeah.
like that make you feel uneasy. And towards the end, when stuff like when the shit is kind of like hitting the fan, dude, like the music's building up and it's pretty intense. And the visuals are fucking pretty rad, especially some scenes. Like there's a scene where this character is like in this long ass hallway, dude, and on the right side of the hallways, there's just like hundreds of hazmat suits hung up, and the hallway's all white, and it just looks like a crazy visual. But there's these lights hung up from all the way outside, like all the way through that tunnel. So there's a part where the generator runs out of gas, so the lights are slowly like turning off. And this kid is like terrified of the dark. He even mentions like I can't be in the dark. And you see that darkness start going down the tunnels,
Oh
like
my
turning off.
gosh.
And it's like it's such a cool visual. And he's like screaming his ass off, like running, dude. But it's not like funny. It sounds funny, but it's so unnerving, dude. But it's cool because I've never seen that happen before in a movie. Like having a visual like that where it's like the darkness is kind of chasing you, but like in a realistic way.
Yeah.
Like there's no like CGI. Like it's just like these lights are slowly turning off one by one because the power is going out.
Yeah.
And this kid is like running for his life to try to get away from the darkness, and because like they're it's full of asbestos. Like when I was watching, dude, I was like, oh, dude, they're breathing all that shit in because it does a good job of, like showing like the dust in the air and like.
Yikes.
Especially that kid, dude. Like when he's running, especially in the darkness, he's just covered in like powder and like all kinds of shit, and like you're just like, oh, he's breathing all that stuff in, and it's just horrifying, dude.
Brutal.
So like even the location is like bad, But I would recommend. I think you both would enjoy it, especially the end. It has a great twist. I don't think anyone will see it coming. I don't think anybody would like.
Did you?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea where it was leading or what was gonna happen, and even when you like think, okay, oh, this is what's happening, not really. Like it takes like another
Oh.
turn, and I loved how it ended. I loved that it had kind of a dark ending, which I always enjoy because it's just
Same.
Yeah, so I would recommend it. It is kind of a slow burn, but I wasn't bored at all, dude. I loved the characters. Everyone did a great job. The location is phenomenal, dude. Like I literally watched it like right before I came here, so I didn't have time to like,
Digest it.
digest it, and then also just kind of look up like maybe like some trivia about it, like
Yeah.
where it was filmed and.
Like
'Cause-
tidbits that are cool.
Yeah. Because I said that location was fucking awesome, dude. But yeah, cool. Like actors that I've never recognized. I don't think it's an American film. I'm pretty sure it's not. So maybe that's why I don't recognize the actors. But I mean,
you don't recognize David Caruso?
who the hell's that?
He was on what's that famous TV show? He was like a meme. He like put sunglasses on. Fuck. What's the show that he was in?
Let me see David Caruso.
He's a ginger. He's a redheaded actor. That
Yeah,
guy.
he's one of the main characters.
Yeah.
Let me see.
No, I don't recognize him.
Let me see.
That guy.
Nah. Oh my goodness.
Damn. Hey, you guys watch movies?
You're so dumb, dude.
What I'm referencing isn't even a movie either that he was in. It's like a TV show. It's like SVU or some shit like that. But the other guy I saw, I saw the image of them both, and I recognized David Caruso right away. The other guy, I was like, this guy looks very familiar. So I looked up his filmography. A lot of the stuff he's been in, I've seen before, but I couldn't like place him in those. And then when I saw Ozark, and I was like, that's where I know him.
Got it.
Because he plays. I don't know if you've seen Ozark.
I like just some of the first season.
Do you remember like the farmer, the
Not at all.
old white guy? Oh, okay.
That's what's up.
What was that guy? But yeah, you could rent it. I didn't see it streaming anywhere or own it.
Yeah, I can see like a lot of people maybe not being put onto it just because of like how it looks.
Yeah.
You know, it is an older film. It looks like they didn't have a big budget at all.
What year was it again?
2001.
2001. That's right.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like I said, like I've
That's basically 90s.
yeah, yeah, dude. But like I said, none of the cliches are there.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude, I loved it. I was definitely relieved. Like, okay, cool. I own a cool movie.
I'm interested to see it because of the way that you describe like the setting and like how like the eeriness of them just being in this building like that, being like what makes it like scary in a way. Just because like I just from experience being in like because my I have an uncle who's an embalmer, so he lives in the cemetery property, and he has like the mortuary right behind his house, and there was times where like because he's a lunatic, so he would take us like in little tours, you know, inside the mortuary, like like at midnight, you know, 1 a.m, whatever.
Yeah.
So and I remember going in there, dude, and man, like, you know, it's pitch black dark, dude. Like you can't see much, you know, whatever outside of whatever natural light is coming in from like the stained glass windows that are there. But like just being in there, like the air being so still and like there being no sound. So like any little tinkering that's down, like that you hear kind of going on in the hallways, you're like what is that?
Yeah.
Like what is it because it's old? Like I mean, like, you know, and there's mad dead bodies in there. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, for a group of people who, you know, believe in like spirits and stuff, you know, like and I even remember in those moments seeing like figures and seeing like a chair move, you know, like, and so like being in a setting like that and like a big open, like, you know, kind of old building that's pitch black dark like that, like not having anything there for, you know, for an extended period of time, like, you know, it's a very creepy, very uncomfortable place to be in because you don't know what the fucking, you know, you're looking at what you're hearing, like, you know, what it is. So I can imagine, like, you know, seeing that film in a place like that that's abandoned, even worse, you know.
Yeah,
that sounds creepy as fuck.
It is, and like I said, like playing back to like the whole realistic thing, like 90% of the movie is like during the day,
Really,
and like, you know, there's like you do get those few shots where they're like in the deeper tunnels where it's dark, but for the most part, like
there's light in there.
There's light, a bunch of sunlight coming through the windows, and like they still do, even like at the end when, like, you know, like I said, like the big reveal and all that, like everything's like in daylight, dude.
Interesting.
And like I love that, dude. For you to pull off something like, you know, that's tension filled and like even terrifying, like it's like in daylight, like that's fucking dope, dude.
That is dope.
You know, because I was waiting, because they even mentioned that when they first get in there, like they're like oh, like why do you have a gun? Like talking to the security guard, and like, oh, you know, it's because we get people trying to
graffiti or whatever.
Yeah, because they were like making a joke, like, you're trying to keep people from coming out. Like, no, I'm trying to keep people from going in. Yeah, he's saying that, you know, he's always catching people like trying to, you know, yeah, you said he's like adolescents, like just trying to
tag it up.
Yeah, be kids, you know. And I was waiting for that, dude. Like when you hear a noise, I was waiting for like a kid to come out or
like
a squatter or something, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't get any of that. So it's like when they do see something, you're like, oh, fuck. Like someone is really there. Like it's not, you know.
A figment or like
yeah, because, you know, there's like a giant cemetery in the back, and like they're all numbered. There's no names.
Oh shit.
Like a ton of fucking crosses with numbers on it, and there's even like the scene there where I'm telling you where that guy found like the coins coming out. Like the camera kind of cuts back to the other side of that where he pulled the brick out, and you see like a table like with straps on it, and it kind of looked like a room where they would burn someone, like after they died, they cremate them.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you're kind of like waiting for like something to move or somebody to pass by the camera. And like, no, it doesn't happen. And I'm like, dude, this is dope. Like, this is refreshing.
It keeps you on the edge of your seat, but nothing happens.
Yeah, and
but like in a cool way.
Yeah, and like I said, your mind is just waiting for all that stuff to happen, and it just never does. So
But
it's
maintains an element of creepiness.
yeah. Like you still you
That's
still get
so
scenes where
dope.
it's just genuinely creepy. You hear stuff, and
That's cool. That's so unique. I like that.
When you guys were looking through the list I had sent, were there any other movies that like were kind of catching your attention before you decided on the ones that you had chosen?
Let me look.
Invitation, just because I would like to have like rewatched it. I can't remember the name of it. There's like a foreign film in there that caught my attention. The Babadook. Because I've never seen it.
No, oh man.
At least I don't think I have. Like, which is why I want to watch it, because
That's top 5 of my favorite horror films, dude.
Really?
I love that movie.
Because I feel like I've seen a movie that incorporated like a Babadook in it, but like I don't know if it's that movie. I don't think it's that movie, but which is why I want to see it, because I don't know, and you know I know about that, so like it interests me. Yeah, but those are the main ones that stood out to me.
Because I initially wanted to do the original Maniac, because I've never seen that one. I've only seen the Elijah Wood one.
Ooh, I didn't even see that one on there. That's dope.
Yeah, because like I said, I had started at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now I'm here.
That movie. You would like that movie, dude. That movie's so gritty and like violent.
Is it first person still?
No. That was only in the remake.
Oh, okay.
But the first one has like one of like what's considered like one of the best like shotgun to the face scenes ever.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure you've seen it because it's been posted
Yeah.
so many times
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he jumps on a car and he shoots somebody in the head and their head just explodes. It's brutal, dude. But yeah, it's a good movie, dude.
Was there one for you, Eddie?
I don't know. I think I've seen all of them, dude.
Damn.
The Skin I Live In, I haven't seen that one.
That's another one that kind of popped out as I was like skimming through it, and then like The Eyes of my mommy, I think it's called.
The Eyes of My Mother.
The Eyes of My Mother. Yeah.
I saw that one. I wasn't too impressed.
Is it a remake or is there? I think there's an original.
I don't know. I seen this one though, because it's
Is
the
that one in black
one.
and white?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
It was whatever.
Yeah, but I also think I went into it like thinking it's gonna be like a super shocking movie, and it wasn't. But yeah, I think I've seen all this. House of the Devil is the one I really want Fidel to watch.
House of the Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great list. I'm gonna include this list, the link to this list, on the bio for this episode, just so people could check it out.
Good idea.
Because yeah, there's a lot of great movies on here. I
The
mean,
Night Comes. It Comes at Night.
It Comes
is a
at
good
Night.
one.
Possession.
The Neon Demon.
What else? What else is on here? Raw, Wailing.
Dude,
Let the Right One In.
I think it's weird people consider the Neon Demon horror, because to me that movie's just like,
I can see it as horror.
yeah.
Yeah, because to me, it's like shows the horrors of like being a model or like in Hollywood type shit. You know?
Yeah, just like super amplified though.
Yeah, the horrors of vanity. Because I would put it in the same category as like The Substance, because it shows the horrors of being vain.
The Witch. Just because I haven't finished that one.
Funny Games. Those I don't know if you know about that movie, Jose.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one before.
So have you seen the original or the remake? Because honestly, it doesn't matter because they're shot for shot, made
Really?
by the same director.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. One is I believe like the original is like Danish, I believe so, and then he did an American remake, and I believe he only did it because I think they had approached him about like, oh, we're thinking about doing an American remake, and he was like, I'll just do it. I don't want anybody to fuck it up, and he ended up just doing it shot for shot.
Yeah.
They're both really good, both very very good. But yeah, Babadook's on here, Oculus is on here. Yeah, like this list, like
Oh wait,
Let the right one in.
Wait. So it's more than just these,
yeah, you got to keep scrolling. It loads up.
dude.
Oh, what?
Wait, did you not know,
I
bro?
just, as soon as you said that, I was like, wait, there's more.
Bro, because like Martyrs is on here.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, Climax.
Fuck.
yeah.
dude.
This is
Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't
when I
see
made that
Maniac.
joke, I'm like, oh, there's only 10.
No, dude, there's a lot. That's you got to keep.
Yeah,
scrolling.
that's what I thought.
Lake Mungo, Pulse,
Don't look now, dude. Oh.
Hush. Oh man, that's a good one.
The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Have you guys ever seen that one?
No.
That's another one that's kind of like an isolation type. Takes place in the basement of a morgue. That one's really fucking creepy.
Damn, there's so many on here. We should just do this list for October, dude.
Damn, the whole month just slow burn movies.
Yeah.
Bone Tomahawk.
Perfect Blues on here.
Hell
The
yeah.
Thing,
The Fly.
the Antichrist. I fucking hate that movie.
I'm always hot, dude.
No.
Stir of Echoes. That's a good one, dude.
That movie is so underrated.
Dude, that is a good fucking movie, dude.
That one is so underrated. I fucking love that movie.
Word.
Have you guys
Shutter
seen the,
Island. Oh man, that has one of the best dialogue exchanges, in my opinion.
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, dude. When Leonardo DiCaprio gets picked up by the main security dude
Yeah.
in that movie, and he's like, oh, like, you know, good day or whatever, and he's like, have you experienced God's greatest gift? And he's like, what gift? He's the violence. He's like, oh, I thought God was like, you know, about like love and stuff, and he's just like, no, it's about the violence, you know,
Yeah.
dude. That whole exchange is so wild.
Yeah. There's a lot on here.
Yeah, there's and the Green Room's on here. That's another one I want to watch. Annihilation.
Have you guys
Insane.
ever seen The Devil's Backbone?
No.
No.
Guillermo del Toro, dude.
Begotten.
That
Eyes
movie's
Wide Shut.
whatever.
Eyes Wide Shut. Damn.
Yeah, Midsommar. That's a good one too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Like I said, I'm gonna include the link to this list so people could check it out.
Hush, that's a good one, dude. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too. That's the one where it's about the author and she's
She's deaf.
deaf,
Yeah.
and then there's that dude who's trying to like, I don't know, like he's like a killer.
Well, I think he's just trying to break in.
Yeah, and he's like a crossbow or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I did not realize that this was
It's pretty extensive.
so much like.
I feel like these, after a while, don't even make sense. Like, I feel like they just started throwing movies in here, though.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these are not slow burns at all.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But I mean, I do think like a majority of these seem amazing.
Yeah.
Like Barbarians on here, Beyond the Black Rainbow, Possessor, Inland Empire. Inland Empire is a fucking weird ass movie.
That movie's creepy.
Have you ever seen that one, Jose?
Nope.
David Lynch.
Yeah, but I've never seen it.
That shit is fucking weird.
Yeah.
That movie is weird.
I thought Tigers Are Not Afraid was a stupid ass movie.
I never saw that one. House that Jack built. All right, well, let's just stop naming them because like I'm gonna include the list.
Yeah, like I'm just excited going through this now that I've discovered that it was more than just like that first mix. So if you when for those who are listening, you want to engage in this link, scroll all the way down.
Yeah,
Like Fidel did. Like scroll all the way down, work your way up. That because honestly, like I had missed so much of this list because of that.
you'll know you're at the bottom of the list when you see Barbarian because it's on the last row.
Yeah.
We should have chose one from each section.
Ooh.
That would have made it easier because I feel like scrolling through all that was like,
Yeah.
it'll be overwhelming.
But yeah, see, that's what I like about Letterboxd. Like, it's because there's a lot of lists like this, like just user like made lists.
That's really cool. I like that.
So if you don't have Letterboxd, get on Letterboxd. That shit's fucking tight.
Yeah.
So tight.
So fucking tight. But you guys have any final thoughts?
Toy like a toyga.
Toy like a toyga.
I still haven't finished it, but the Mortician, the one we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Mortician is a 3-part mini like docuseries on HBO. It's about this dude who cremates bodies at this on behalf of this like funeral group, this funeral home out in Pasadena, like back in like the 80s or something like that. And yeah, he was really unethical. Like the dude is clearly a sociopath, and he's really unethical. And it got to a point where like people were starting to notice how efficient he was at doing it. Like he was turning over a lot of like cremations, you know. So business was booming, but comes to find out that he was like stacking mad bodies inside these furnaces, and he was like just multiple bodies to the point where when they had an operation going where like their original building that they were working in like had burnt down or something, and they went out in like fucking Hesperia to do like some middle of nowhere abandoned like spot to do it, and they were doing like 200 bodies like at a time, dude. Before they got busted. Yeah. And like dude was hiring crackheads and paying them like $6,000 a month like back then, which is like crazy baller money.
80s, right?
Yeah, like I if I remember correctly, yes. But yeah, dude. And then you know he just like he admits to it. Like they do interviews with the people that work for him. They do interviews with him, and he straight up is just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, like they talk about how this dude was taking bodies. He was like cutting their fingers off to take jewelry and like you know stuff. He was smashing like their faces so that he can extract like gold teeth and stuff, like straight up desecration. Yeah, it's super crazy. Like you know, it's true story, you know. Very creepy, dude, because I mean you're dealing with like a mortician, you know.
Yeah.
Just being super unethical and obviously like a sociopath. He had no remorse, you know.
You said it's on HBO?
It's on HBO Max. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember this. I believe it was on HBO like late at night, but it would show like autopsies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if do you remember this at all?
No.
Yeah, it was like super late. I think it was HBO.
Are you sure it was 6 feet under, dude?
It was what?
Are you sure it wasn't 6 feet under?
I'm sure it wasn't 6 feet. Because it was like real autopsies.
Really?
Yeah, it would only come on late at night, and like everything. A lot of the times it was like blurred, but like the blurriness of it wasn't as effective because you could still see shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then obviously the face, you couldn't tell who the person was.
Out of respect, yeah.
Yeah, and but like you hear the doctor and like he's like explaining everything of what he's doing, like the type of tools he's using, like what goes into the prep. It was almost like a, from what I remember, it was almost like an instructional video, or educational video. And he would like come out like, oh, this is like this organ, this is what happened with this person, like this shows that this had like there was poison or like shit like that.
That sounds super interesting.
It was very interesting, and I remember coming across it. I believe it was HBO. It was one of those like either HBO or Cinemax or one of those, and I remember catching it and I was like hyped on it. I was like, oh fuck, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I never found it again.
Oh shit.
But I know I have a vivid memory of watching like a full episode. He did a whole body like.
That's wild.
And I just remember, feeling like it was in black and white, just because to like lessen the gratuitous like blood and stuff. Like, but dude, like I remember thinking like this is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, like I said, I have an uncle who's like a mortician, bro. Like, you're a special type of person to be able to fuck around with stuff like that, like to be a coroner or like an embalmer, like that's pretty wild shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember the channel off the top of my head, but there's a YouTuber that he does autopsies for a living, and he answers like all the weird questions that people have always been curious.
That's sick.
But they're just like, you know, who the fuck am I? I don't know fucking anyone that does that. So
yeah.
I mean, he answers like a bunch of them. Like, I'm trying to think of like a random one that I saw where, but I think they were asking him like, oh, like, do you like, what does it smell like, or do you ever like get grossed out, or like, do you ever have to like clean poop? Like, do you ever like poop themselves and stuff like that? Just like random questions like that.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
a good
that
question
you'd
I
be
would
like,
ask.
oh, you know, that is, you know, I'm curious.
Yeah, like when they died, did they have like a full bladder? You know, like and
they ask him like, how did you feel after the first one? And like, what number was the one where you kind of like started like, okay, I could do this, and you know.
Oh, dude, that's very interesting.
Yeah, dude, I'll send you the video, dude.
Please.
I'm so curious, but I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I remember I found out, and I was just binge watching it, dude. Like, cause I was so like into it. I was like, okay, dude, like I've always wondered this. Like,
I have a coworker who has like one of his customer sites that he services, the IWASH station. It's at like a mortuary, and so like he'd be telling me about how like he straight up will be working on this IWASH station, and then like literally to like hit either side,
Dead bodies.
there's a dead body. I mean, obviously they're covered with like the sheets or whatever they put
that's
over 'em.
still, dude.
And then, but he said like sometimes like you know, you'll see like they're like not that the arm fall, but like an arm will be like hanging or whatever, and you're just like creeped out because he's like, man, like it just you can't help but to feel like damn, one of these motherfuckers are gonna move,
Dude,
you know?
There's been a few times at my job, dude, where like a resident will pass away and they'll be like, "Hey, do you want to like go say goodbye, or whatever?" And I'm not one that's gonna like go to their body and be like, "All right, you know, it was nice knowing you," blah, blah. But I got curious a couple times, so I went, and it was just weird seeing like a lifeless body, dude. Especially like someone that like the day
before it's prepared.
Like, this is like they're
like
just waiting
fresh.
to get picked up.
Like fresh death.
Oh
Basically.
wow!
Yeah, like they just died like maybe an hour prior or so.
Before the professionals show up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no, this isn't like no autopsy yet, nothing. Like
It's
they're not-
strange, huh?
Yeah, it's so weird, dude. Like just it's just sad, dude. It's like especially like it's that weird thing where it's like oh, I've fed this person so many times and I've had conversations with this person and now they're just dead. But I'm not like attached to them, so like there's nothing like
It's not causing like, you know, for your like you're not like hurt like in your heart but sad or anything
yeah.
because you're not
It's
developing
just-
these connections with these people like that.
yeah. But
Yo, hey, you good?
but yeah.
Hey, get up!
Hey, so no dinner or what?
Dinner's ready, dude.
But yeah, just seeing like just seeing like a lifeless body there. Like the weirdest one, dude. And this happened to me and my friend Jason. When they pick up the bodies, like after they've been informed, like, hey, you know, this person passed away, it's like hours later, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a quick thing. It's not like, oh, we'll be there in an hour. It's like they fucking like sometimes it'll be like 8 hours later.
Yeah.
7-8 hours.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember one of the residents passed away, and a lot of these residents, especially the ones that like they're declining, they're like on hospital beds that aren't owned by them. Like a company owns them, and you know, so when they get the word, oh, this person passed away, go pick up the bed, and sometimes they show up before they even pick up the body. It's a rare thing, but it happens.
Oh shit!
So I remember one time, they came to pick up the bed. This lady's body was still on there, and I don't know if they were giving the daughter like problems or what. But the maintenance guy's like, "Hey, can you help me?" And I don't think he wanted to tell me what it was because I would have said no. But I went to the room and she was like, "Can you help us take her off the bed?"
Oh my god!
And I'm like, I looked at him like, what the fuck, dude?
are
Like,
you fucking serious?
yeah. And I'm like, where are we gonna put her? Like, there's no couch in here. There's nothing. And she's like, well, you could put her on the floor. Like,
Oh
my mom is in heaven. This is just her vessel. Like, she doing all that. And I'm like,
I get that.
this is still your mom's
Yeah,
body, dude.
that's
And
wild.
she's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this, but I didn't want to say no in front of her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this motherfucker owes me big time.
You're gross.
So
Don't touch me anymore.
No, dude. We picked up we got the blanket and we lifted her. She was like a tiny lady, so he went to the other side and we picked her up and we put her on the floor, and this motherfucker came and took the bed apart, took it whatever, did his thing.
That's so brutal.
It was a gnarly like feeling, dude. I'm like, like I never want to do this ever again. I don't ever want to touch a dead body. I won't even do that whole touching like at a open casket. That shit's weird, dude. Like, I understand, like, I get it. If it's your loved one, go ahead. But I personally couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine like the closer you are to that person, the less weird it becomes, you know.
Yeah.
Because like I can tell you right now, like if it was like one of my kids, dude, like it's gonna be hard for me to not want to just like hug and kiss, you know.
Yeah.
So I can imagine like the nature of that connection. So like the further disconnected you are from that person, like of course you're not gonna have that urge to like, you know.
I think it's weird, dude. I think open casket funerals are just weird in general, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, just cremate the person and have like a baller ass picture. Up, you know?
Yeah, or you know,
Like, dude, like I've been to a few and they never look right. They always look weird. Something's so off about them. The makeup's always like over the top.
I will say, dude. So like when my grandmother passed away,
Mm-hmm.
her son, my uncle, who is the mortician, hadn't been hands on in a while, he was the one who prepared her body.
Oh, that's crazy.
And when she
that's wild.
when she passed away, I'm telling you, you have to be a fucking weird ass dude to do
Yeah.
this. And he's like probably the strangest, weirdest person, you know.
Yes, you could do it,
wild.
Fidel.
Wait, what?
So like, yeah, he was the one who did it. And like I'm telling you, like when she passed away, like, you know, like she passed away. Her mouth was open and like, to the point like where it's, you know, they stiffen up. So like closing the mouth would essentially be like impossible. So the way that I remember her looking like the day she died, in comparison to when I saw her in the open casket, I was like, man, she looked great. Like
Yeah.
he did a great job. And per my grandfather's request, what they wanted to do is when each of them died, they were gonna be buried in what they wore at their wedding on their wedding. So she was
In the wedding dress?
laid to rest in her wedding dress. So he prepared her body, and she looked incredible in her wedding dress, which is super fucking cool. And yeah, dude. I mean, I think it just depends on like the person and like, you know, how good they are at their job, you know, and the tools that they have and the materials at hand. You know, but I mean, I know what you mean because I've been to many, and like I've seen some where I'm just like, this should be closed.
Yeah.
This should be closed. Like even when Sergio's, like he had an open casket, you know, and it was one of those things where like he looked fake.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
it's weird
like,
to describe it. But
It's hard to describe, like, and like it's hard also to describe it because I mean you don't want to say that about somebody you love, you know. Out
but
of
I mean that's
respect.
the reality. You know?
Yeah,
That's
like
you
it
know,
just it seemed like you know how like you know, when you go to like a wax museum
Yeah.
and then you see like there's the wax version of this person doesn't look quite like them, but it's them.
Yeah.
That's how that's how a lot of them seem to me.
Yeah.
Like when I see these, you know. But sometimes they look great, and other times they're like you're just like, man, you should
Yeah.
really have elected to close this casket.
Yeah.
So I found what the show was that I was talking about.
What show, dude?
Autopsy.
That's what it's called?
It's called Autopsy.
I hate you, dude.
What?
for all of that, just to get it's called Autopsy.
I know. It's called Autopsy. It aired in 1997. And from what I'm seeing here, you can watch it on HBO. It's only one season is on HBO, but I think there's like 9 seasons or some shit.
Interesting.
But yeah, you can watch it on HBO.
I'm gonna check it out.
But I just remember the shit being wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Dang, HBO's like weird, dude. Like 6 Feet Under, Mortician, Autopsy.
6 Feet Under is a great show, by the way. It's one of those rare shows that has, in my opinion, a perfect ending.
Really?
Definitely.
I remember my family watching it when I was younger, but it wasn't something that I've seen.
No, I like it. It's
Yeah?
good. Yeah. But yeah,
It was one of HBO's like first like series, right?
no.
No?
No.
Oh, because they've done stuff like that before then.
Yeah, Sopranos.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sopranos, The Wire, Oz.
Yeah.
Oz never gets credited as like one of HBO's like flagship, like making it like a prominent like channel, I guess you could say.
Mm.
It's always The Sopranos. It's always like, oh yeah, Sopranos or The Wire, which deserved,
yeah.
you know, because both great shows. But Oz was that show, in my opinion, that
Put HBO on the map.
not necessarily put them on the map. It just changed the game for TV. It made TV cinematic.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
but yeah, I'm gonna include that list in the bio for those movies. I encourage people to go through this list, and if you've seen any of these movies, comment what you thought about it.
Yeah, tap in.
Like, let us know, or if there are any movies on this list that you're interested in, or like what you thought of if you've seen the movies that we've talked about.
Yeah, or if you've listened long enough to feel like you know us enough to where you see one that you've seen that you could recommend to us, you know?
Yeah, DM Jose.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, you could DM any of us. Eddie's Instagram is. I'm just kidding.
Beep.
Damn, you push that button, dude.
It's at Eddie is a bitch.
And if you
Nah, Eddie's Instagram is at Nutella S.
Damn, throwback, dude. The real ones know.
The real one. All right, we'll see everybody next time.
¡Todos! ¡Actos! ¡Empate!